Okay, I got my AC gauges hooked up. Looks like we got about 25 pounds on the low side, about the same on the high side. Of course it's off. She's off, so you suppose it'll even, if I open the tank, she'll put some in. We can leave them boil in. Oh yeah, we're boiling her in. She's a little low, bit low. So anyway, I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna start it up, turn the compressor on, and then we'll go from there. So let's get her fired up, Mr. Magoo. Mr. Griffey, you gonna be barking at me, Mr. Griff? Sure you will. Yep, he's gonna bark at me. Gonna go ape shit. I don't know what it is with motors in here. So,
look at this patch for it on.
okay. Oh, you got some welder there to fill. That's really bent in there, isn't it? Yeah, it ain't gonna touch it. Let's build a dog and dog it in. I don't think you can bend that, could it?
It'll break whatever they've got welded in there. It's too much pull.
Is it?
Well, I saw what he's doing over there. I'll bet if I could dog it in.
Yeah. Well, have fun with that. Okay, so I need to build up a little bit of air because I need to lock the throttle on. And oh, there's Mr. Griff. Now tuckered out. Need to get some RPM on her. Gotta go to high, open the vents, high fan, and cold. I think that's off the heater. I gotta make sure that the valves are off with the engine. I know that. Okay, we got air, so we're gonna wind her up about 1300, something like that. Kick on the AC. cycling off and she's not freezing up. I mean, it's blowing cold air, but she should get it a lot colder than that. She's just running, freezing up tight. Now that's cold air. Wow, that's cold air. But it's short cycling and it's pulling the suction side down to 10, which tells me there's something wrong with the expansion valve. I hate expansion valves. They're just one little piece of crap gets in them and then they don't work. I saw no bubbles in the glass on the dryer, which tells me it's got plenty of Freon. So I don't know what to do. I guess as long as she's blowing cold air, that's all that matters. We'll just have to live with it. Anyway, I cleaned the evaporator coil out good. It should build up with frost. It should freeze up. And it doesn't. It runs and then it kicks out. The other thing it could be is the temperature probe switch. And that could be the problem, but the suction is way down there at 10, and my high pressure side is not up very high. Of course, it's not real warm this morning. I wonder if I even have any. Yeah, I got Freon in there. Okay, so heater valves are still on. Those need to be turned off. We don't need no stinking heat. Even though I got the valve off up in there, it only shuts one side down. You get heat migration. There's the other one up here. You're gonna get heat migration through the other side. Or if the valve leaks a little, you're gonna get some heat. We don't need heat. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, that's a switchblade turbo on this scraper. I got rid of the old original T1810, put the switchblade on, and then through oil sampling, we can go 200 hours between oil changes on this one, whereas the number 2 and number 3, we can only go 100. So in the service manual, it tells you these have a 125-hour oil change interval because of the amount of soot they put down the crankcase. And with that old T18 turbo, the soot is insane. That turbo is just a dinosaur piece of crap, and everybody who's got one, I tell them, get rid of it, get rid of it. I want to get a switchblade on everything I own eventually, because geez, I'm paying $22 a gallon for straight 30 weight Chevron Ursa, which is actually supposed to be better than Dello. It's like Rotella. So you have Rotella, and then Shell makes one called Rimula, which is the high-end oil. Anyway, the Ursa Chevron is better than the Dello, I guess. But it's $22 a gallon for a 55-gallon drum. And that's the only way I can get it. I can't buy it in bulk in straight 30. So you're probably asking, why don't I run 1540? I don't know. My experience has always been it's 40 when it's cold and it's 15 when it's hot. At least that's what the pressure gauge indicates. And then it leaks everywhere. Runs out every orifice you can place on the engine you can find. I don't care for it. We use pan heaters in the winter that heat the oil, so it doesn't matter anyway. But I'd like to buy it in bulk, but apparently I can't get it. I'd probably have to special order it. It's like the guy said, well, if they're gonna, you know, package up a bunch of Ursa, they could certainly package up a tote or two of Ursa in bulk, which would be awesome. If I could just get it in bulk, it'd last me a long time. But anyway, I don't know what to do with this AC thing. The other day when I charged up number 2 and I turned it to super dupe cold, it would run continuously and just turn this suction fitting frosty here and up inside the evaporator, and it was blowing good and cold. And generally it starts to do that as soon as you saw the bubbles in there. As soon as the bubbles disappear, that's good. You got plenty of Freon in there. Anyway, I don't know what's wrong with this one. It's either the expansion valve's got something in it, or it's the temperature control, or now it can't be the pressure control. I think the pressure control doesn't kill it till about 300 psi, so we didn't make it to 300 psi, so I don't know. Don't know what's going on. Somebody with good AC expertise. That 10 on the suction side and 100 on the high pressure, I don't know, that just tells me the expansion valve's got something in it, and it's not letting it through fast enough, and that's why it's not freezing up. So I think I have a leak at both the high pressure and low pressure Schrader valves, and I've tried to tighten them. I don't think that's really helped. So I have a core removal tool, but it's not for the 134A type ports, so I have ordered one. I also discovered that they make some brass metal caps that screw in with an O-ring that will seal tight. If you do have a leaking core, I could try that. But I can find no other leaks anywhere, none. So it's got to be the valve core. So I went out today and watched an explosion. Let me show you that video. This one's for you, Alex. John Deere. Sounds like a rocket. No growl to these new tractors. That sucks. Okay, now we gotta find a place to bury all this stuff. I think we're gonna dig a hole down here for this one, and we'll have to get the 88 out here and freight it all to the hole. Don't know how. There's no way we can dig a hole here. It's all shallow. Mucho shallow. So Matt's been digging here with the excavator, and our plan is to bring the cat out and cut all of that down next to the pile and push it out, and we'll fill this hole, cover it with this, and move over and dig another hole. But this needs to be like twice as deep, but we're just not going to get it. We're going to be burying all those rocks they blew up. Jake has been working on this. It's like 100 degrees today, and we're out of wire. I ordered another roll of 21B, but it's not going to be here till Friday. What is today? Today's probably Wednesday, or is it Thursday? Let me look. It's Wednesday. So he's cut this other piece of metal to go in here over top of the one that we put in here to replace where this ball hooked, and we did it so that we'd have some extra strength in here. And this was kind of in a hole, so it needed fixed. But one of the things about welding this AR plate is anywhere you join it to this old skin, it cracks. Have no idea why. It just breaks. And we just put a quickie patch over that hole over here. So until we get some wire and the ejector wear pieces that go on the side, there's not much we can do on this. So we're gonna get the cat serviced up and get it hauled out to where the excavator is tomorrow. Maybe go to work with the cat. Killdozer. So anyway, that's what we did and got accomplished today. Not a lot, but you do what you can do and move on. So I need to go in the house, and I've got, I don't know, 13, 14 orders that I need to fill and get out that all happened here about the 6th. So I'm gonna go do that, leave the door open, see if it'll cool off in here. So anyway, you guys have an awesome rest of your day.